comic book fans, and welcome to another exciting edition of Cammy's Comic Corner. I'm your host, as always, Cammy. Now, we had such a big week this week that, don't worry, there will be a .5 episode on Sunday. And I'm actually excited for this because, holy shit, let's get on to the pick of the week. First up, from DC Comics, we have Blackest Night #1, written by Geoff Johns and art by Ivan Reis. Now, if you're like me, you got a cool Black Lantern ring with your purchase, and holy shit, was it worth it. Not only is it a nice quality ring, but enough about the ring. Let's get on to the story. So we have the Day of Remembering of Fallen Superheroes. This happened ever since Superman first died and came back to life, and then it spread out to, all the other teams. And sure enough, that's who we're focusing on, is all the other teams, everyone, just remembering those who they lost in battle and whatnot. It's very cool because, they're thinking, they're not going to come back from the dead and kill me. These people are dead. Let's pay our respects. Meanwhile, going across the universe are swarms of Black Lantern rings, and they're buzzing like flies. They are looking for their hosts, and Earth is in their sights. But before they get to Earth, they stop by the crypt of all the fallen Green Lanterns on Oa. And that's just like a powder keg, and the lantern rings are the matches. And as soon as they hit, the entire Corps seems to come back to life, only in corpse. So it's actually the Green Lantern corpse. Get it? Because everyone who's fallen from the Sinestro Wars, from Rebirth, from Hal's first Parallax encounter, they're back to life. And holy shit, the Green Lanterns should be scared. You know who else comes back to life? Martian Manhunter, John Jones. Hal and Barry are talking about fallen heroes and everyone who's been dead since Barry's come back. Or since Barry's been gone. And sure enough, he says, I'm going to kill you both right now. But the biggest reveal at the end is there's a fight between Hawkman and Hawkgirl. And then out of the shadows come Ralph and Sue Dibny. And holy shit, are these people terrifying. I think what makes them even more horrifying is that we love the characters of Ralph and Sue ever since Justice League International, 52, Identity Crisis, etc. So to see them in this new light as horrifying zombies it blows your mind. And of course, Ralph has his whole little catchphrase, "I smell a mystery." Sue, and it's like, holy shit. Sure enough, they kill Kendra and Carter, and now those two are inducted into the Corps. And holy crap, is this an amazing issue. #1, this Tales also came out this week, and I'll be reviewing that on Sunday, but it's finally here, people. And god damn it, does it kick ass. Now, on to the Fast 5. First up from Marvel, we have Deadpool #12. Now, last we left Hawkeye, he had a nice little meat hook stuck in him. Wakes up at the hospital and finds out that Deadpool left him there, and Deadpool's waiting for him. And Hawkeye knows that he's waiting for him. So Hawkeye isn't going to fall into the trap. He's going to let him get bored and come to him. And sure enough, Deadpool does get bored. He gets extremely agitated that he's been waiting this long, and so he has to go out and shoot him himself. Well, there's a little rocket launcher, gun, monster truck rally between the two, and it ends up with Hawkeye being crushed underneath the monster truck and says, hey, Osborn wants to pay you off. Yeah, because this is actually coming out of Hawkeye's pocket. Since he's been doing all these hit jobs for the past couple of years, money doesn't matter to him. He just loves killing people. So he gives all of his money to Deadpool just to lay low, and Deadpool goes, hey, thanks, buddy. And the thing I like about these two is they have chemistry. If there was a Bullseye, Deadpool, ongoing series, I would probably pick it up because I found myself really enjoying the back and forth between these two characters. Very fun issue, nice little close to this arc, and I can't wait for more Deadpool. Next up, from DC, we have Batman Streets of Gotham #2. This is being written by Paul Dini, and the scribe of the Batman animated series takes us on a continuing adventure. Meanwhile, Batman and Robin are hunting down Firefly, because, when you think fire, usually it's going to be Firefly. And Firefly is already taking on the Black Mask, because Black Mask did not give him any authorization to go through with this. He goes, you know what, I don't have to listen to you anymore. I removed that little spontaneous combusting chip that you planted inside of me when you met me. So it's the Black Mask versus Firefly. Firefly seems to have the upper hand until Batman comes and intervenes, and then it's a fight between those two. Batman wins. But meanwhile, Mr. Zsasz knocks out Robin and makes a break with Black Mask, only making Robin go, "Stupid, stupid, stupid! Why did I even do that?" So anyway, at the end of this issue, Bruce Wayne makes a press conference debut and announces to everyone live on camera that he will be giving $1 billion to Gotham every month to make sure that they finally fight this crisis. Sure, it's Dr. Hush who's acting like Bruce Wayne, but he might put Wayne Enterprises into bankruptcy if he's not careful. Great issue. Can't wait to see what happens next. Next up from Image, we have The Walking Dead number 63. Now, last time we left the little group, Dale had gone missing, and everyone's kind of freaking out, thinking, is he dead? Did he run away? Who knows? And they decide to just go on to the preacher's church to seek haven for the night. Well, they kind of put the pieces together and go, wait a minute, all these people started disappearing after you joined us. Are you a part of whoever's watching us out there in the woods? Huh? Spill the beans! And so, preacher spills the beans, but he's not really all that great of a preacher. When the whole zombie apocalypse happened, he kind of turned people away. He locked his church because there was only enough food for him. If he would allow everyone in, he couldn't feed all these mouths. So he was the one who locked the church doors and had to listen to the families pleading to get in as they were slaughtered mercilessly outside by the roaming zombies. And by the end of this issue, we find Dale, wakes up, he's with a group of, living people, and they say, hey, we gotta do what we gotta do, and we don't want to hurt you, but, we gotta eat too. These people are cannibals, and they removed his only other leg and are roasting it on a spit over an open flame. What the fuck, Kirkman? That is some fucked up shit right there. The Walking Dead continues to have those shocking endings and continues to be such a great read. Next up from Icon, we have Incognito number 5. We have Ava Destruction and Zack Overkill on the run from his old life, his old job, his old handlers, and they are looking for somewhere to lay low and figure out what to do next. Ava Destruction was a steady girlfriend of Xander, Zack's brother, back in the day. And it's kind of weird, though, because she's trapped in a 16-year-old's body forever, and yet Xander was, doing this chick every night. And since they kind of had a psychic connection, Zack felt everything his brother was feeling. So he kind of has some feelings for Ava, and he was trying to cut himself off, whether it be liquor, whores, or just trying to get as far away as possible. But in the meantime, Dr. Lester has extracted another Xander clone from his old laboratory. Turns out that the Overkill twins weren't actually born, but created by Dr. Lester. Meanwhile, that Xander clone is off tarnishing Zack's name by looking like Zack and doing all these destructive deeds. Great issue. Can't wait to see what happens next. Brubaker and Phillips, how can you go wrong? And finally this week from Vertigo, we have Scalped number 30. The Hmong leader who sent Mr. Brass to go deal with people on the res, he's kind of pissed at Red Crow because he learned that Mr. Brass's men were killed and Mr. Brass is in prison. He goes, what the hell are you doing, Red Crow? I built that casino empire of yours. You released Mr. Brass back in my good graces with a couple mil. Red Crow goes, no, I don't think so. And so the Hmong guy goes, no, you're going to put me on the phone with him right now. So Red Crow puts him on the phone, and then he blows his brains out and tells the Hmong to fuck off, or if he wants war, then he'll get a war. And those are the exact words that seem to be launching this full-scale war against the reservation. And of course, Agent Nitz couldn't be happier. Holy shit, what a good cliffhanger, and Scalped continues to be a fantastic title through and through. Well, comic book fans, that does it for this week of Cammy's Comic Corner. If you want more Cammy's Comic Corner goodness, head on over to www.cammyscomiccorner.com. From there you can subscribe to us on the RSS feeds or on iTunes. Then you can go talk about the Blackest Night on the forum. Also, if you like any of the comic book t-shirts that you see me wearing, like the Black Hand, anyone? Head on over to www.deadlinegraphics.net for all your comic book needs. Send Kelly an email. He'll send you the entire catalog of DC, Marvel, Image, Dark Horse, and the whole selection of Blackest Night t-shirts. You don't want to miss this, people. There's only one name that I trust when it comes to comic book t-shirts. That is Kelly over at www.deadlinegraphics.net. And also, another sponsor of the show, rsc-online.com. Rising Sun Creations specialize in manga, collectible toys imported straight from Japan, and U.S. comic books, all conveniently located in one store and online store. If you want more of the online store and all their deals, head on over to rsc-online.com. Thanks again for being my sponsor, Rising Sun Creations. They'll be at Comic-Con. You know who else is going to be at Comic-Con? I will be at Comic-Con, filming interviews with creators, some of the highlights, and all the different furries running around having yaoi sex. Maybe not that. I don't think YouTube will allow that. But anyway, I will be there. Expect a .5 episode this Sunday, and that's all I have for this week's show. I've been your host, Cammy. Thanks for watching Cammy's Comic Corner. Now, my Black Lanterns, rise!